Thank you for joining in today with Andrea Eichmann and Mark Peterson of the People's Patriot Project for this week's WeP3 Debrief. Find out what our crew has been working on to help support those who have given some and all to the pursuit of liberty and freedoms across Minnesota and the United States. Watch, listen, and support as we create the beacon of hope and opportunity in today's society that needs its heroes. Are you a veteran, first responder, or a patriot looking for a place to put your skill set, your thoughts, and or want to help continue the mission? You have come to the right place. We are the People's Patriot Project, and we want to be the shock and awe when it comes to meeting the needs of our veterans and first responders. We are dealing with a new enemy in today's world where the wounds are not always seen. We want to be part of this mission in saving lives and making a difference. Welcome to the WeP3 Debrief. Here's Andrea and Mark letting you know the mission. And as always, Patriot Pride.
Hey, what is going down? It is Monday, and it's a great day. I don't know what everyone gets these muckety-muck Monday things going on, but we are here. Mark Peterson with the People's Patriot Project, and we are doing our weekly debrief. I did see a comment up here a second ago, so I just want to go back. Oh. Hey. We want to spread the love. We just need to know who you are. Sorry. Do I need to put up the link that allows you to add your information? We do have that. If you're on the group, sometimes it doesn't allow you to chat successfully. Remember, if you do this, it doesn't track you, follow you, or any of that. It just puts you in there and lets us see you doing what you do. And when you gotta get boom. Oh, only they tricked us. I wasn't even sure who that was when they just came in here. But we are here for our weekly debrief. And so what's the difference between We Got Your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime, and what's the difference between that and our WeP3 weekly debrief? We do a lot of our stuff with the debrief that's specifically about WeP3. Now, I say that, but we're always dropping names. We're always sharing stories. We're always doing stuff. And we are taking care of those people that are boots on the ground and helping those that are our veterans and first responders. But we talk about our mission on Monday nights, and then on Sunday nights, we make it about our guests. We make it about the other boots on the ground organizations across the country and the amazing influencers or musicians, in this case, in most cases, that are committed to sending a message. And we had good ones this last week. We had amazing ones this last week. Yesterday on the 14th, Mother's Day. Happy belated Mother's Day. If you guys didn't hear our message yesterday, we had the amazing retired Colonel Michael Burrows and his plethora of jobs that he has and does, and that are committed to the mission. He wants to put a flower on every grave for Memorial Day. He's got a half dozen national cemeteries. He does that. Jeremy Daniels, good to see you, brother. And Mr. Burrows never stops. He runs an organization called Victory for Veterans. Another veteran that doesn't know when or where to stop or slow down, that is Colonel Burrows to a T. and what an amazing mission the man has. And there is a bunch of collaboration behind the scenes that allows us to collaborate. Veterans for Life USA is going strong. Warrior Challenge is looking like the best one yet by far. Awesome. Stronger together. Agree. Get it done, brother. Get it done. Excited to hear all the organizations that are boots on the ground, helping other people. Did you guys notice that there's a nickname, Andrea Eichmann, Andrea A-Bomb? That is what they, and somehow we decided that, I don't know why I get to be misfired, but probably because I do it all the time. Well, we appreciate that, Jeremy, and we are glad you are with us, brother. We want to lift this man up in your thoughts, man. He's going through some times, and don't take it lightly. So our music yesterday was the one and the only Joey Anderson, and it's kind of weird. We never stumble on our artists. There are some stumble-ons, and then we are absolutely mesmerized by their amazing craft that they have. Joey was not a stumble-on. We've known about him for a while, but we've just not been able to connect. He's part of a network that's out west in Washington area. He's with Greater Vets and good friends with, now I'm having a moment right now, and Jesse Quant. And oddly enough, funny, interesting story as we're sitting there talking, we met a musician down in Nashville about 3 years ago now, came and we got to see him at the Bold Patriot with Chris Turner, but Johnny Cole Murdoch. And again, it's amazing how this network works and the opportunity. Well, Johnny Cole Murdoch is going to be playing at an event that we've got on the 27th down in Dallas, Fort Worth area in a town called Capel. We'll talk about that here in a little bit, but we had Mr. Anderson on last night, and what a humbling human being this is, and what a great message he has in his music. And it's not a punch you in the face. It's not. His first song was Division and Third. It's about an intersection in Spokane, Washington, that he spotted a guy that had a sign asking for help. It made him realize how thankful he was for the good people in his life, that he never was in that situation. That song is owed to those great people, and it's a great story. I mean, we've seen the veterans that are in need. I could argue at one point in my life there was a spot in time when I was in need, and it had nothing to do with emotion. It had nothing to do with PTSD. It was just a time and place in my life, and it was just a struggle for a minute. And I had amazing people there. I don't brag. I don't like this, and I don't like to share this information. But there was a time where I was taking hand-me-down presents or toys from friends and had to give them to my children, which, you know what? A lot of people have to do that in life. And it was just a time and place and a little window where we were trying to get into a place that wasn't, it worked out and it was good. And I appreciate all the pieces and the people that didn't let us slip through the cracks. And so, great song, Division and Third, Stay at Home. And this is a little bit, hey, there's nothing wrong with telling the truth to some people. And sometimes the truth hurts. And if you're going to come out and make my life miserable, then just stay at home. And that's the name of the song. We had a little dialogue about that, about how sometimes our veterans and first responders might be struggling with some emotional. Oh, you got it.
Hi.
Hey.
Hi. How you doing, Peterson? I'm so sorry.
I didn't even hear it. Why? Oh, there it is. There. Gabriel Wren, good to see you.
Here. We can start now.
Now we can start.
Sorry. Okay.
So I was just going through. We're pretty much done with the show now, Andrea.
Well, for Pete's sakes, I must have more that I can contribute. Oh,
Well, then we get to the music from last night, and then we will do some more, and then share. I think we got some highlights to share as of this day as well, too. I think we can make. I'm going to make some announcements.
Are you going to make some announcements?
I am going to. We are going to. We made some adjustments in an event, and it's neither here. It's not good. It is good, but it's not bad the other way. Anyway, let's get through this last. Victor, last song that Joey Anderson sang last night was Victor, and it's a song based off of some true and some slightly less than true events. It was interesting because it's about a small town in Montana. I could equate to it being a Montana/Wyoming boy. It's the same state, just so you guys know. Montana, same place, just big. Just take the border out; it's fine. But Victor, Montana, I actually didn't know where Victor, Montana was. When he tells me the dialogue where it is geographically, I'm like, I know where it's at. I just don't know where it's at. But it's a funny little, I won't say jig. That's not the right word. Ditty, a little ditty about Jack and Diane. No,
Jack
it's not
and
about
Diane.
that.
I was going to sorry.
That's not true. But it's about maybe plausibly him courting the young lady that he ended up doing his vows for, and maybe there was some vernacular conversation in there about what a father-in-law would say to a young man who was courting his daughter. It's a good song. I love it because it was about Big Sky Country. That's what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is time to talk about a little event I got to be part of out in DC. Not really DC, but National Harbor, which is DC, but Maryland. We have this cat in our network named Ozzy Ramus, and he is the founder of American Veterans Ball. And then we got this other dude who's in our network. His name is Adam Bird. He's part of Heroes Media Group. He may be on our board of a group called the People's Patriot Project. I don't know. Who's that? Us, maybe. WeP3, and he pops in and shares insight every once in a while. And I could not figure for the life, and I even might have gotten a little bit of trouble in getting to said event. It wasn't necessarily in the budget, but these guys were like, hey, it's going to be the time of your life. Hey, and they really spent a lot of time coercing me to go. And I'm not really sure what the reason, the purpose, and the why was. I don't even know if we have much of the graphics left in there, but yeah, the American Veterans Ball, May 12th, 2023. This was a lovely Friday. It was lovely facilities. It was an amazing event, and it was amazing just for the sheer purpose of all the veterans and first responders that were there. And weird thing, I don't know what for some reason they called these people up to hand them an award, and I'm not really sure. I wasn't sure what. Hey, it's all about the branding. That's what I'm going to say. It's all about the branding. I didn't know I was a Milner. I am now a Milner. If you need any hats made or worked on, just give me a call. No, I probably won't do that because I'm busy doing other things. I do have to openly say that I cannot accept this award as an individual. And I shared that with Ozzy a little bit. The People's Patriot Project is about we. And it should have, if I could have have Ozzy change this, it would be either the People's Patriot Project or a big green we right in the middle of this, because it takes all of us. What we do here at the People's Patriot Project is because of all the people that are listening, all the people that support, all the Miss Eichmann and her amazing. I mean, I know there's many days she would much rather spend time with her 5 children and her 7 grandchildren, who knows how many on the way. I know she would much rather spend time with them, which was one of the reasons why she wasn't with me to go out to this event, which is exactly where she was supposed to be. It doesn't mean that there wasn't wishful thinking and there was maybe a want to be there. I got the awesome chance to hang out with Jen Ford, got the awesome chance to hang out with Adam Bird, and it turned out better than I would have ever imagined, to be honest with you. I had absolutely no idea that there was awards involved in this ceremony at all. Some highlights of the event was Ozzy and his director do this reenactment of the Pledge of Allegiance. Absolutely phenomenal, where one person reads off, the small pieces, I pledge the allegiance, and then they define what those words mean. And a very, very impactful speech and very exciting. Got the amazing opportunity to hang out with a couple other organizations. Heidi Hansing and Crystal Larimore of Wheelchairs for Warriors. You're going to be seeing them on our show here soon. Sarah Worth and Day Roberts Eisinger of Worth at Hollows. I couldn't think of what the word equine last night during our show. Canine was stuck in my head, and I couldn't think of horse therapy. And they do equine therapy. We had the awesome opportunity of listening to Sergeant Major of the U.S. Army retired Donnell Johns. We had the chance to listen to Dr. Sylvia Traymore Morrison, who is a comedian and also was on Saturday Night Live back in the 70s. And then we had the awesome opportunity to listen to SEAC Ramon Colin Lopez, Senior Enlisted Advisor for the Chairman of Joint Chief of Staff. So yeah, say that a couple more times. What an amazing, amazing event. I'm excited to be a part of it, to be honest with you, and probably be more proactive with it in the future. And if we have a way of maybe having a conversation with Mr. Ozzy, maybe we can be more involved, and maybe it's not on Mother's Day. I'm just an idea. I mean, I can think of a lot of reasons why not to have it that weekend, and celebrating Gold Star Moms is another way to make sure. We got that guy, Jonathan Crochet, lingering. He's officially in trouble. We will chastise him and probably reprimand him. He needs to be hanging with his young man because today is his birthday. The Commissioner Crochet's birthday. I believe it's his 9-year birthday today. And so we want to make sure we're doing this. A shout out to the commish. The commish. That's what he goes by in our neck of the world. Probably give him a couple of bears. Happy birthday, brah.
There you go, commish.
He runs the show. He's behind the scenes and he makes everything happen.
He's good at his job.
I do think it's a little bit funny sometimes because I'm not totally aware of Jonathan's setup. I do know he's set up in their garage. I know that's where Jonathan hangs out a portion of his time in life. It's so funny because you can hear the door slam open, slam shut, and the commissioner is on his way to get where he's getting, and you can see the microphone get clicked off, and just a smile on Jonathan's face every time. I love it. I love it.
It
The next-
is a fun time when he swings by, that kiddo. The Joint
It
Chiefs.
is.
The Joint Chiefs. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Gosh, let's see. He had a whole list. Look at this. Boom. I'm gonna just share a little news so that I have something to say after all of that wonderful.
Well, you're the next person on the list, so
Look, it's the news. That's where I'm going.
there you go.
Keep in mind, please, May is the month of National Military Appreciation. And help me, because Jonathan's been doing the news. Is last week was military week or this week? Not military, but police week? Peace officers. There we go. And then May is also Mental Health Awareness Month. And I was just telling my sister this last week, or my daughter-in-law, they were all there with me. Anyway, it was cool that Mark chose this green, this lovely, bright, catch your eye, stupid kind of green. And then it turns out that our label is just about the same as mental health. And that was what we jumped in and we started to do, was look out for people's mental health, their safety, we worked into some financial health, some holiday health, all that good stuff, but it all ties right into healthy mental health. So, and then we did this awareness thing. And I mean, we can keep doing awareness all day long, all year long, all decade long, but we're now not moving away from awareness, but it is boots on the ground. That's my, this man that lives in my house with me, he's like, let me hear you guys say it once, boots on the ground. I'm like, I will say it 8,000 times. Sorry if you've heard it a few. Sorry, not sorry. And so that's what we do, and that's what we'll keep doing. I would like to share this thing too, and I don't think Peterson's got my back on this one, but it's close. It's close. Here it is. So we are 2 weeks away, less than 2 weeks away. In fact, I got to go pay for the rest of the stage when I'm done here. This is our event it's the Dallas area, but it's Coppell, Texas. And hey, if anyone knows anyone from Coppell, I hear they're kind of a tight and little bit closed community is what I'm hearing. And that explains a lot when it comes to little donations and sponsorships around the area. I'm not from there. I'm not even from close by. So I'm an outsider. This is what I was just told today. So we're going to make our way in. They seem very nice. I really like the area. It's beautiful. And we're going to do this 2 to 10 o'clock event where we have got veterans and first responders making music and sharing the day with veterans and first responders, music by them and music for them. And it should be amazing. This is on the 27th. Come on in anytime around 2 o'clock, stay till 10, or just come and hear a few. The order on the flyer is the order of, except Chad Hutto, our MC, he's tucked up in somewhere in the top 3 there as a I almost said a magician. Actually, he's a comedian. So that's up there as well. We've got Johnny Cole, which ironically, our guest from last night is a buddy from forever with Johnny Cole. We've got Old 81 Band from the Austin area. We have the George Dooley Band coming from farther away. They're coming with Holly Ann and Tammy Joe. And it's going to be a fun day. It's going to be a very, very fun day. Can't wait to get down there and get all of this rolling. I'm going to pop some ticket information in the window here in a second, and share with your friends. Bring your friends. Come and meet these people from the community of Coppell. And yeah, that's what I got for that. It is super exciting, you guys. We are making our way kind of around the country. It's sometimes hard to explain to people when we ask for donations, but we are mainly in Minnesota. That's where we live, so that makes it easiest to help a lot of people. And then we have a huge group of contacts, companions, brothers, sisters, and nonprofits in arms, I would say, down there. And really in the Austin, Texas, Austin, Houston, Dallas area with all of that. So we're familiar with the area. But yeah, let's do that. Shoot, I don't know. If you see me asking for money, that's why. It's for one of these take care of our musicians kind of things. What we find is, they bring the entertainment and they bring the love in their songs and their words. But the reality is, when they're all done, it's therapy for them as well. And we thank you, Commissioner. We can get testimonials on that, you guys. We've got several who we've taken different places here, there, and everywhere. And it's always been quite the wind down at the end of a day when they sit back and they realize that not only did they provide for others, but we let them, it's providing for themselves as well. So it is kind of fun and exciting. Here is some information. That link can get you tickets for the event, or it allows you to do donations as well. So take that for what you may. Share it as often and as many places as you can. I just got distracted a second there because Peterson's got a nickname today. The old Misfire.
We already talked about this segment.
Dude, I was not here. That's why I said I got distracted by it. That is a name, Misfire. I'm not even going to ask. I don't even want the stories on that.
Right.
I'm just going to sit back and let that happen.
Boom.
So, well, let's see. Mr. Peterson.
I do want to say, Jeremy Daniels, we'll accept your wheels on the ground as well as all the other boots on the ground. We appreciate you, brother.
100,000%. Wheels on the ground works the same.
Sounds like Eichmann's got some squeaky wheels in her background.
I got a puppy who's going nuts. It's nice weather. And I thought he was outside, and here he is running around looking for the door.
So our announcement. We're working with an organization that Project Got Your Back here in Minnesota, and they had a set date for an event that they wanted to do, and they are going to do it. I think this is their first event, and again, I'm not saying this to slander any of their thoughts or ideas or their mission or their drive or any of that. There's just been a little bit of not quite connecting on all levels, and I get it. We've put events together regularly, and so we are working with them kind of as advisors and also promoters and also managers of musicians. And we had gone through and we had worked out a deal to work with one musician group for the date that they had set. And because of all the moving parts, aren't necessarily in charge of all the moving parts. And so something came up and they had to cancel. But we're talking about August, the window of August. And so they did have to change the date, which again, it's not a huge deal, but when you start promoting something and you have contracts involved and you have people, again, not an attack, it happens. Stuff happens, and we're okay with that. But so they did have a date switch, and we turned and I'm like, okay, well, I'm glad we know now because we're still, what are we, May, June, July? We're 3 months out. I mean, seems like a long time for a lot of people. Before I started the People's Patriot Project, I'd be lucky if I could plan a week out. But now we're planning years out because of some of the things. We have an event already planned for 2024. It's going to be significant, and it takes time to put these things together and in place. So I reached out to the artists that they had of choice, and unfortunately, the artist is booked for that date. And so it's a whole part of just having real conversation, and Andrew took care of those pieces a day and made sure that everyone was taken care of with that information. And so we needed to find another musician, /group, to come to Minnesota for August 19th. And we are very excited and happy to announce Minnesota will get the chance to hear the amazing music and the amazing talent of Chris Turner and his band. So Chris Turner is coming to Minnesota. I haven't necessarily made this announcement. We're trying to make it a little bit something more, but we got to wait until we have some permission to do that piece. But for sure, and I don't know the parameters right up here. I know we have a property walkthrough this coming Thursday. Me and Andrea will be at it, and then also some of the management pieces for sound, lights, and staging, and we'll get that all taken care of this coming Thursday. I don't know what the rules and the expectations or the ticketing is going to be like for Project Got Your Back. And so I know it's semi-private, but we're just excited to have Chris Turner up here in Minnesota. And we will give him a little bit of a Minnesota welcome. I don't know if that's always a good thing. I'm not even really from Minnesota. I like to share that with people. But you know what? As long as we got veterans and first responders hearing the music of these veterans and first responders, that's all I care about. So that's that announcement. We're very excited to make that announcement. And so what else we got, Aikman?
Well, I don't think I just have to throw out another thank you to our guests. I know you talked about them already, but I'd throw a thank you out to our guests last night. They were amazing guests. They made it too easy again to have conversation last night. They I don't know. They just obviously they know what they're doing and they do it well. So thank you to Colonel Michael Burrows last night and Joey Anderson for coming on. Two great people in the world that I can't wait to get to know even better. And then we have kind of a pile of guests for this coming Sunday. Did you talk about that? Because I don't want to jump in on that if you already said this.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we have got coming up this weekend. Oh shoot, my goodness. Mr. BJ Mezek. And so Jen Ford is coming with him because she introduced us to him, and they'll be coming in tandem. And then he is also bringing Beatrice Bruno along as a special guest to help share the mission and dig in deeper to things that can be done in the world to support. And that is what I got for today, Peterson.
Outstanding.
Thank you.
Jeremy, are you in Vegas? Is that why you're saying that? And I apologize. I haven't done enough stalking to know where everyone's from. I'm not against doing an event in Vegas. In fact, maybe there's been a couple conversations about maybe. Do you like the rodeo, Jeremy? Are you able to get to the rodeo? Maybe we'll make sure that's something that is 100% can happen if and when we pull those pieces together. Well, this is our Monday debrief. Remember, we all are in a proactive mission to take care of our brothers and sisters who are or have served, and it is our job. We are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. It is important for us. Make sure you're doing your 6-pack reach outs, your buddy checks. It just takes a minute. Just check and say as simple as, hey, thinking about you, want to know how you're doing, what's up, give us the deets. And maybe it ends up being a long conversation. Some of us need that. Some of us prefer not to have it. I get it. But do those reach outs. It is a proactive and effective way to you're closer to the airport. All right. That gives me some information. For sure, when I'm in that space, we'll get you. We're gonna get some events into Vegas. I know we'll get some events into Vegas. There's been some talk about it. And why not? It's like one of the entertainment capitals of the world, and we have some of the best entertainment in the world. So I appreciate Joey Anderson last night when I made the comment about our artists, and we always give the disclaimer that we don't lay claim to the artists. We're not their bosses. We're not telling them what to do. There's been some people get upset with us, and I'm like, okay, they're not your artists. Okay, fine. They're not our artists. I get it. They're our friends, so we call them our artists, and we will continue to do things a little bit differently. And it's just it's a relationship. It's not even a business relationship. It's a straight up. We reach out. Chris Turner reached out to me last week. Had no idea this was going to be on the radar. Jen Ford, we reach out to. She reaches out to us when she got things to share. We've got a lot of them. Brian Chamberlain reaches out. Johnny Cole Murdoch reached out. Saw we're doing the event, and we take care of our brothers and sisters. Tammy Jo Dabbs and Holly. I almost said Holly Joe. Holly Ann.
If they would just do that, if they would just be Tammy Jo and Holly Jo, it would make it so much easier. Come on, ladies. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean, they're the ones putting this event on for the most part. The one that's happening in Capel. Holly Ann is amazing. Thank you for your passion and your drive. We wouldn't be where we're at today if it wasn't for you. And again, this goes back to my conversation about being able to have the chance to bring this home. It's because of those people that are working hard. It's because the people that have committed to be boots on the ground in this mission. It's not a me. Even Jeremy had said it earlier. I just had to go find it again. There's a lot of comments in here. We, not me. And that's exactly, where does that come from? I'll get into that dialogue a little bit. It comes from our Constitution. We, the people. There was a group of tyrants in the 1700s. You can argue starting at the end of the 1600s, who came to America and to avoid, to seek and gain a little bit more political freedom, to seek and gain a little bit more religious freedom, to seek and gain an opportunity to change their lives. And 100%, I will make, to me, and it doesn't matter. I mean, say your piece, I say my piece. Argue with me, I'll accept your thoughts as those are your thoughts. According to the way our world was at that time, it was tyranny. These people were going against the crown. That's tyranny. When you are going against the way the government is, and again, I'm not trying to parallel this with anything, just so you know. I can see someone reaching out to me like, oh, don't get into the political conversation, huh? It is important to know that people had to make a change to get the change. We the people was a group of people in America at the time. Yes, the same people, the Europeans that came over and kind of pushed the Native Americans and the indigenous people from their lands. Yep, that happened. Sorry, I didn't do it, and I wasn't part of it, and I was born where I was born in the great state of Montana, and it is what it is, right in the middle of someone else's earthly land at some point. And I don't say that lightly. I get it. We have to move. We have to move on from that. I'm sorry. The progress this country. When I say this country, I'm talking about the people of it. You know, the church, the steeple, and the people. The country is the people. You know, the demographic is what I'm talking about, not the geographic location. Those people had to make a move against something that they didn't agree with. I'm okay with that. At least acknowledge it. Say that's what you're doing. If everyone doesn't agree with you, we the people want to make the change. They wanted to make the change a little under 300 years ago, and we want to maintain that change. And I get excited to know that the growth that this country has had in less than 300 years. I know it's not been perfect. I get it. We talk about that all the time. But there's been significant growth. Now, depending upon what you want to listen to for your media, you may hear stories of where we're not as in control as we think we are. It has nothing to do with control, to be honest with you. It has to do with living, prospering, and enjoying life. That's what it comes down to. I'm not against what you're saying, Jeremy. You know, yes, they are. There's pieces. I don't think people understand, and I know we get to, Andrea and myself, get to kind of see a splash of all sides of the aisle with what we do for a vocation. And I've learned so much. I wouldn't have learned what I've learned if I hadn't had the chance to do what I do. And of course, that's a pretty novel statement there. I think we're all in that boat. But as far as the polity of our society, and I do think there's some pieces that we spend too much attention on that doesn't involve everybody. And I'm just going to put it that way. Do I think we all should have the innate same rights? I do. Yes. You should not be harassed. You should not be hurt or violated in any way. You should be able to own your property. You should be able to earn what you can and what you're capable of earning. You should be held to the same standard that everyone else is held to. All these, I think, are critical. If you are a better person than me, and I can live with that. I can live with you being a better person in areas than I am, and I can also live with the fact that I'm better than others at some things too. I tell my children, I can't say it daily, but the students that come through my doors have the capability of teaching me something because they have a knowledge, they have a skill set or a knowledge base of something that I have no understanding of. And I think that's a piece that we get trapped into, is stuck in our own ways, stuck in our own thoughts, having the blinders on and not being willing to, just because you learn it doesn't mean you have to adopt it. It's okay to know things that you're not going to apply to your life. It's okay. What a weird thought, isn't it? This is a weird box for me to be getting on right now, but nonetheless, we're here. And that's where we come from. We, the people, our Constitution, from the people who put this country together with a new vision, a new thought, a new idea. I'm not confident that they understood what direction as a whole. And so, I'm willing to explore those pieces. So, are you exploring too, Eichmann?
I will. I explore all of it.
I'm trying to find a missile sound for my little noise. Pew!
Yeah, one that misses.
There is nothing wrong with that, Jeremy. I'm not better than anyone. I'm just willing to question and learn. Yeah, if you're not questioning, I do this thing where I tell my students, I'm not here to hurt, harm, or hinder you. I'll never tell you to put a sharp object in your eyeball. But I do believe in first time listening. And if you question the first time listening, that's okay. But again, we're trying to move towards progress, and progress is to help everybody. And it doesn't mean that I always know what's best for progress, but I'm pretty sure within the structure of a classroom, to close your Chromebook and to get ready to move on to the next classroom is a process that's not going to hurt anybody. So when they're playing their cool math games and not necessarily following directions at that time, I still struggle with cool math games. I'm just going to say that.
Because no math teacher ever said, here, this will help you learn. At least not the teachers I asked.
What a great marketing plan that came at some
Right.
There are some things on there that have, I'm sure it's all algorithms and math in the long run. Sure. That's
right. But it looks like you're playing math games. So yeah, Tetris probably makes you even smarter than cool math games. Not gonna lie.
Do you still play Tetris?
I may or may not have just gotten bored with Brick Breaker and put a Tetris game on my phone. Yeah. Because I have a lot of minutes to sit around and play games.
Yeah, you do. And you could never beat me at Brick Breaker, so that's why you had to get rid of it.
I just gave it up.
Yeah. Loser's going to lose, I guess. That's what happens.
That is what happens. Then they just go play a different game.
Yeah. Take my ball. I'm going to take my ball and go home. Play
Yes, exactly. Find a new team. That's funny.
Time trial Tetris. We got anything else, Eichmann?
Dude, I think you covered it. I think you covered it all.
I didn't. You came in. I don't know why you thought I didn't have your back on the old event at Capel. I was right here.
Looked like you were busy checking your shoes or something. And
I'm not wearing any shoes.
Oh, well, your toe jam then. You're picking your toe jam. And I needed the flyer.
Who should we do? Should we play one of our songs from last night?
Yeah, we should.
On our way out?
Yep, let's do it. Which
one did you like the most?
I think that let me look at the names again.
Division and Third, Stay at Home.
I liked all of them. Stay at Home. Let's do Stay at Home. If you feel a little snarky, you play Stay at Home.
Ooh, go get them. Slap the nose. If you're not going to be out having good with me, just stay home. And so this is, hey, come check us out. We got your 6 at 6 Patriot Playtime this coming Sunday. We got great guests coming on. And sit, watch, and listen and find out what's going on. If you want to be part of the mission, reach out to us. We always got room for everybody. We really do. We have things that we could help you, or we would like you to help us. Time, talent, and treasure. But this is Joey Anderson with Stay at Home.
Constant reminder that life ain't easy. If it wasn't for me, you'd be ruining someone else's day. And if I had anything right, it was driving you crazy in the middle of the night. 'Cause and stay out too late, but you can stay at home. There's no gas in my tank, I won't be coming home. You're the reason to blame, that you're all alone. Baby, you can find a new man, but you can stay at home. That's where I stand, you can stay at home. You're gonna make a change, I've heard that before. That's a dead-end street in the backseat of an 89 Ford. Don't be looking round for me, my bags are all packed, 'cause you're bound for the TV in the living room. So grab yourself a snack and you can stay at home. There's no gas in my tank, I won't be coming home. You're the reason to blame, that you're all alone. Baby, you can find a new man, but you can stay at home. Yeah, that's where I stand. If misery loves company, baby, I'm not your man. I can see my love is not enough, and now I understand. Ooh, damn, you can stay at home. I won't be coming home. And now you're all alone, baby. You can find a new man, but you can stay at home. Yeah, that's where I stand, you can stay at home.
That's awesome, man. Cool feel. It's a cool feeling.